You know, the final words of any great leader, they carry so much weight. It's like a whole lifetime of wisdom, all boiled down into a few crucial sentences. Today, we're going to explore three of these messages from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, delivered right in his final moments. And these aren't just dusty old footnotes from history. They're a living, breathing guide to a meaningful life. So let's really get into this. This question, it's not just about the past, is it? It's a direct challenge to us right here, right now. Personally and as a whole community. What were these final warnings, and honestly, what do they mean for us trying to navigate the 21st century? So his final guidance was really built on three core warnings. Think of them like three massive pillars designed to hold up a believer's entire life. Let's take a look at them one by one. The very first warning, and he repeated it for emphasis, was about prayer. This wasn't just some gentle reminder. No, this was an urgent, passionate command, a plea to hold on tight to the most fundamental practice of our faith. And what's so fascinating here is that he wasn't teaching something brand new. Instead, it was like he was bringing everyone's focus back to the most critical connection of all, that direct, personal line of communication with God. That was the bedrock. Everything else is built on top of that. It's a really powerful question when you stop and think about it. I mean, of all the things he could have said, all the advice he could have given, why this? What does that tell us about where prayer should be on our priority list? And this slide really gets to the heart of it. Prayer is so much more than just a ritual. It's that direct connection to God we talked about. It's the absolute foundation of your faith. It's meant to be that source of guidance and peace, that moment of calm in a chaotic world. And this is crucial. It's the very first thing we'll be asked about. Without it, the whole spiritual structure is shaky. Okay, now for the second warning. We're shifting from that deep, personal connection with God outward, right to the heart of the community, to the very foundation of what makes a just society. And this is such a critical point. This wasn't just about social etiquette or being polite. It was framed as a matter of piety, of being conscious of God himself. The way a society treats its women was presented as a direct reflection of its relationship with its creator. Just think about that for a second. To place the welfare and just treatment of women as a final, urgent warning, it basically says that the health, the compassion, the justice of an entire civilization can be measured by this one standard. It's that important. This teaching completely reframes the whole conversation. As you can see, women are described as a sacred trust from God, not someone's property. They're equal partners in faith. They're the cornerstone of the family, which is the bedrock of society. So protecting their rights, making sure they're treated with kindness, that's not just a social good, it's a profound spiritual responsibility. And that brings us to the final warning. We've gone from the spiritual to the social, and now we turn to the material world. This one tackles one of humanity's oldest and, let's be honest, toughest challenges, our relationship with stuff. Now, this wasn't a call to just abandon the world and live in a hut. Not at all. It was a call for perspective. It's a warning against letting the chase for wealth, for status, for possessions become the main goal, making us forget why we're really here and where we're ultimately going. And this is where this ancient wisdom just feels unbelievably modern. The prophet's warning about the fleeting allure of the world, that's a perfect description of today's 24/7 consumer culture, right? That caution against putting wealth ahead of purpose, that directly challenges our modern ideas of success, which are so often tied to what we own and how much we have. So when you take a step back and look at all three, you start to see it. These aren't just three separate rules. They're a single, interconnected guide to living a complete, whole, and balanced life. So here it is, the roadmap he left for us. It starts with your personal connection to God through prayer. That's your anchor. That spiritual foundation then guides you in building a just, kind society. And with those two pillars solid, you get the perspective you need to live a life of purpose, free from all the distractions of materialism. See, it's a complete system. And that brings me to a final question for you. A stronger connection to faith, a more just and kind society, or a healthier perspective on wealth and purpose? When you look at the world around us right now, which of these timeless warnings do you think we need to hear most urgently? It's definitely something to think about.